Hello, very good morning. Welcome to the JS Testing Academy. Welcome to the next part of video in the OLA app automation series. Okay, in the previous videos we saw two test scripts. One is a home page and next one is account details. Okay, so in this video, right, we are going to right see how to integrate right with APM with the browser stack. I had one comment where can you please write integrate APM with browser stack and tell me. Okay, so I thought of right trying this browser stack integration. We can integrate with SaaS Labs, right? Also, okay, so you can run in the cloud, right? Browser stack is used to run right in the cloud instead of running in the right local machine. If you want to run in the cloud, we can opt for tools, we can integrate with tools. Okay, first for that we need to write for right basic right setting up of right browser stack. Okay, just go through this video 1 minute. You can go to JS Testing Academy, you can go to the playlist, okay, and you can go to the DevOps. Okay, so sorry, DevOps, you can go here to the browser stack. You can see the very basic thing how to set it up the browser stack. This I have done for the Selenium, but we are doing for the APM. Okay, so basic thing you can go and see there, how to get the access key, how to get the username, how to get the URL. So all these things I've done a basic thing here. Okay, you can go and watch this video for a basic setup of the browser stack. Okay, so hope you got it. Okay, so now what you need to do is right, you should go here. Okay, go to the settings, and you should get right access key, the URL. Okay, that this you get it. Okay, you can first go to the previous studio, you'll get it, and you should go to the environmental variables. Okay, go to the environment 1 minute, properties, desktop properties. Okay, go to advanced. Sorry, not this one. Okay, you right click the this PC, properties. Okay, advanced system settings. Okay, and environmental variables, you can set the environmental variables here. Okay, so instead of right directly giving the access key and the username here, you can set it in the environmental variables. Then you can access it in the library class. So last video we added library class and we integrated pages and accounts. Here I created a separate class for named as browser stack integration, the same code what we did in the previous video, but I added another class browser stack right thing. Same thing, if you see right, the initialized driver will be there, properties will be there, desired probabilities will be there, Android driver will be there, thread right, we are running in thread, so I'm using thread local. Same code, but a small modification. Okay, what is the modification is, I've added these three lines. One is a username of the browser stack. Okay, the username of a browser stack. Next one is an automate key, which I am getting it from the environmental variables, which I set here. Okay, from the environmental variables I got here. Next one is right the URL of the browser stack, where we should write the username, the automate key, and the browser stack URL, the standard URL that you should give here. These three things you are adding in the same library class which we did last time. Then you are adding the capability of username and the automate key in the desired capability. Rest everything is same. Okay, so rest everything is same, property, file, input stream. Here you're giving an if condition, if check whether if it is null, if it is empty, print right environmental is not set. Okay, so I'm the rest everything is same. The entire capability is same. I've added browser stack options like project name. Okay, right, build name and test name. Okay, like for example, we are doing OLA automation, right? OLA, right, automation. Okay, this is a project name. Test name is right. For example, I'm giving app test. Okay, so I can give what builder, right? For example, we can give an old build, first build 1.0. Okay, then the same Android URL which we get in the last thing, rest everything is same. You're getting the driver and we are quitting the driver. Okay, the same library class, I just added 3 or 4 lines here. Okay, these 3 lines I added. Next one is if else I added. Then this capability I added. Next one is right, I've added this browser stack options. These 3 things, rest everything the same library class. So I don't want to right confused with that. I created a separate class. So I'm giving the both. If I want to run with a local right Appium Android Studio, then I can use this one emulator, or if I want to run in cloud, I can use this separate class also. So I had this both class which I can call it to my steps. For example, in the home page we use library class. Here I can give browser stack integration dot driver dot get. So instead of invoking the library class, it will invoke the browser stack integration and it will run in cloud. Understood, right? Small modification we should do in our project so that it is running in cloud. Okay, so I'll just showcase a small thing here instead of integrating. But if you want to integrate in cloud, just give browser stack integration in library class. Hope you watched the previous video and came, otherwise you won't understand anything. Okay, so you should write in the place of library class, give browser stack integration, rest it will cloud. But I'm just doing another thing, right? I'm not mixing it too much. Let's make a simple thing. Okay, com dot OLA dot right test case. I'll create one package here. Okay, then I'll create one right class here. Okay, browser stack test. Okay, I'll create one class here. Now we'll call the browser integration code here and we'll run right I will run on the only the right browser stack integration. Okay, so what I'll do is right, I'll just going to add right. So now what I'll do is right, private. Okay, so I'm just going and copying this class. I'm just creating one reference here equal to okay new browser stack integration. I'm just creating an object for the browser stack integration class. Okay, now what I'll do is right, I'll just write import that one. Okay, then what I'll do is right, I'll give uh, I'll create one method. Okay, public void. Okay, so I'll create one method public void setup. Okay, then I'll add two parameters annotations here. Okay, one is before class. Okay, then I'll add parameters also. Okay, okay, parameters, right? We are going to try add parameters and test with two different devices with the help of the testng.xml. Okay, so I'm going to give Okay, now what I'll going to do is, right, I'm giving right, I'm using system dot set property dot set property. Okay, I'm going to give double quotes, device name. I'm going to pass this as an argument, comma. Okay, next, right, then again I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to change it as, right, platform, right, version. Okay, so name here should be capital letter. Okay, so now I just write created for device name system dot set property. Next, I'll create for platform version. Okay, now I'll use, right, I'll use this browser stack and call the driver here. Okay, what initialized driver which we created in the browser stack. Okay, so now what I'll go to do is, right, I need to add throws here. Okay, throws exception I'm added. Now this method setup method is created now. Okay, now what I'll do is, right, I'll create one another method, main method, one minute. Okay, I'll create an add test here. Okay, now I create a main method here. Now sys out. Okay, so running test on device. Okay, now I'll give, okay, the object dot browser. I'm calling all those right methods. Browser stack dot get driver. Okay, get capabilities. Okay, and next one is get capability on met device name. Okay, so it's going to get the driver and it's going to get the capability in capabilities. It's going to get the capability device name. Okay, so now public void, okay, tear down, okay, browser stack dot pit, okay. We are calling the methods which we created in the browser stack integration. For example, initialize driver we called, and we call the capabilities, okay, and right, we call the quit driver, okay. So we called all these methods. I created a class and I called, right, for right, first, right, I use parameters, device name, platform version, and then I created test, right, and I call driver, capabilities, and device name, okay. Make sure your browser stack is ready. Just watch the previous video, right? So you have to make sure log into the browser stack, register it, log in it, and right, get the access key, okay, and set it in the environmental variables. It's very simple. You're not doing too much here, okay. Okay. So one thing we need to do is, right. We forgot to do it, right. We need to install, right, the app in the browser stack. For example, right, we have this, right, OLA app, right. In my machine, we have this need to be added installed in the browser stack. First, we need to start the APM also. Okay, I have this command with me. Okay, so I mean, I have this curl, right. I have this with me. I'll just copy it and I explain it. Okay, so first is curl, then hyphen u, then the username, right? The username of browser stack, the access key of browser stack, then next, then the post, right, method, and the URL of the this one, right? The browser stack, and upload means you are uploading the OLA app in the browser stack. By passing this command, you are uploading the OLA app in the browser stack. We need to upload, right? Then only you can test. And hyphen F and the path of the APK we need to give. This is important so that the OLA app is uploaded in the browser stack. If you give it, right, it will upload and it will give a URL. Okay. This we need to set it in our library class. Okay. If we give it, it will, right, already I've done this, right? I took the URL and just again I'm entering it here. Okay, so it gave an app URL, right? For getting this app URL, you need to give all this command curl hyphen u, the access key, and the right, username, access key, minus x post, right, and this command, right, we need to give it. Okay, so we need to give it, and you'll get the, in return you'll get the app URL, right. This you'll get it. You need to copy this app URL and you need to give in your browser stack integration. Okay, for example, the app, right, get property. Okay, you have to go to the config.property. So I given this, right, app URL. Okay, before in our local we need to give the path of the URL, but you are getting an app URL from the curl and we need to pass it so that it's running in your browser stack. Okay, this is very important. This small change we have to do from our framework. Okay, then I gave the build name, automation name, everything I gave here. Okay, so hope you understand. Okay, let me run the code now. Now it should run in the browser stack. Okay, if I run it, right, it should run this in the browser stack. 1 minute, we need to generate a testng.xml file. Let me go to testng, convert a testng, and create it. Okay, for example, I already have a testng.xml file. Let me name it as testng1. Okay, and I'll click finish. Okay, so I this is a new, right, file, right, which we got now, testng.xml file which we got now. Okay, So this one we got no. But we need to, I told you, right, we need to give parameters here. We are planning to run with two devices. Okay. For that, I have an already an existing testng.xml. I'll just copy it. Okay. And I'll paste here. I'll put in the current one. Okay, here we have only a simple class where it runs. We are passing a parameters, right? Just I'm just modifying few things here. Okay, okay. So shoot name is parallel test, and I'm running test parallelly. Thread count is 2. So I'm giving a parameter name as device name. First class you test with Google Pixel 6 and platform version 12, and second class you test the device name with Samsung Galaxy. First you test with Google Pixel, and second thread you just test with Samsung Galaxy with 13 version, and here is 12 version. The same class is running both in Pixel 6 and also in the Galaxy S22. Okay, now we'll run the testng.xml. Wrong name. Okay. Okay. Oh, the class name is wrong. Okay. So 1 minute. Okay. I'll just change the class name. I'll copy it. I just copied from the previous one, right? The class name is wrong. That's it, the spelling mistake. Yes is small letter here. Here yes is big letter here. Okay. Uppercase here. Okay. Now let's run it. Shouldn't there is an issue? Let me run the previous one. 1 minute. A small letter. Let me run this one. Let's see. com.volanum process tag. No class diff error. Okay. Okay. So what is a mistake is right. See here, right? T capital case institute. Okay. So I'll change it to T. Okay. Test case. I'll change it to T. Browser stack. Yes, there is capital letter. I change the class name now. Yes, capital letter. Okay. Again, yes, capital letter. Let me run it. So this app will be installed in browser stack, and it's going to check in Google Pixel 6, okay, and also in Samsung Galaxy. Both the devices is going to check. Okay, so we can test multiple devices. So you can see it's run in the first device, and now it's going to run on the second device. So both the device is executed. Let me go to a browser stack. Okay, refresh it. Okay, then I'll go here, automate. Okay, now I'll go right. Mm, okay, automate. Okay, so you can see I tested in Google Pixel. Okay, I before itself I run. So I tested in Google Pixel, right, and it should also be tested, right. 1 minute, it's refreshing it. Just hold on. So you can see right, it tested in Google Pixel. Okay, if you go right, you can see the screenshot. We are just launching the whole app. I didn't do anything. So I just launch the OLA. You can get a screenshot, video also, and the steps what and all you did. Everything you can get in the process tab. Okay, so you can do automation. I have done manual also in my right career. I have tested right both in iOS and Android devices also. We can also test in right in the this one. Right, automation also we can integrate in the process stack, and we can test in both the devices, both Android and the iOS devices. We can test. Okay, I created an whole automation where I tested right the different apps I tested. Okay, so hope this video is useful for you. Thanks for watching this video. Right, have a nice day. Bye. Meet you soon in the next matter video.